Don't second guess that your Bitcoin is safe. Get a security audit through a one-on-one session with me and join the school community, the Bitcoin Masters, to meet other Bitcoiners, grow your network, and grow your net worth. Now let's take a look at the historical money that we've had in the past. So here we have 27 BC. I'm not 100% sure these are fully accurate, but we can kind of just see this trend going over. 95 to 98% pure silver, this type of currency that we had here. So there was coinage here that was very pure silver, and the purity actually decreased over time. When Marcus Aurelius was around 161 AD, there was only 75% silver in there. So it's diluted to fund border wars. So why did they dilute the currency back then? The reason is for that delayed effect. If a ruler is paying military to protect its borders in this specific case, we'll just keep it really simple here, not historically accurate. If a ruler gives the military 1 unit of silver to protect its borders for a day, right? Say 1 soldier, 1 silver coin. If they are able to dilute that by 25%, but still only give them 1 unit of silver, they now have 25% more as the curator of currency. The people that control the coinage, the people that control the currency, have a lot of power because that dilution takes time to take effect, and you can begin blaming it on other things. So here is a massive decline, 253 AD, 5% silver, a bronze coin with a thin silver wash. We can even go back into fairly recent history. There used to be silver in quarters, in dollar coins in the 60s, and the silver would get removed. And so now the coins we have are cheap alloys that are not worth their weight in metal. The value of that coin is really just belief that it has value at that point. So when something had real silver in it, there was a real cost of production. Nobody could dilute it really easily. Even going from 98 to 75 was difficult because you had to get those coins back into your hands as the coin issuer and then mix other metal into them and then redistribute them. So it was difficult to actually dilute the currency. In 1971, the Nixon shock happened. This is the US dollar no longer being redeemable for physical gold from foreign entities. So prior to that, it was not redeemable by individuals, funny enough. So gold no longer backs the dollar, and that happened since 1971. So when there's no physical constraint to the issuance of dollars, right, there's this sort of theoretical tether to physical reality where there's work, effort, scarcity that goes into acquiring gold to then issue paper currency notes on top of that are in relation to the amount of gold you have. That's sort of a realistic natural law binding currency. When you remove that entirely, the printing of money becomes way easier. There's no other physical work in the real world that you have to do to create that currency. So it gave the people that create currency a lot of power when there's no tether to any reality, any proof of work, any physical commodity that exists. And you can see that here on this chart. In 1971, this is the M2, this is the broad money supply in the world. So this is money in savings accounts, money in banks, in holding. It just went up and up and up. So again, I'm not 100% sure this is fully accurate, but it's saying 21 trillion today is in the M2 US money supply. $22 trillion, when in 1971, there was $700 billion. You can see this is not a graph that looks healthy. This is something completely detached from reality. And the only way to do that is to successfully de-link from any real world commodity. Now,